What's going on, guys? It's your favorite dirtbag, Taylor Stuber, here to break down some of these plays for you. Hey, it's your first time watching. Hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't already, please drop a like, subscribe. It means a lot. But let's get these questions rolling. I'll be live until 5 p.m. Eastern time. What's going on, Joseph? Powder salt. Oh, yeah, I just saw that. I just got that alert. That's interesting. I wonder where he's going. What's going on, Conrad? Brendan? What's up, Derek? The slate is pretty what's the next best power forward option if John Collins sits? I like Montrezl Harrell quite a bit tonight. We've seen previously in the year that they've played, if I can bring it up, they played 3 times earlier in the year. And this is when he was getting less minutes, about 27 minutes each of those 3 games. Average 40 minutes a game. And Sacramento finally surpassed the Atlanta Hawks for the fastest team in the entire league. And obviously that's a spot where you want to take Montrezl Harrell. So, yeah, I'm all over Montrezl Harrell today on both sides. Really, I mean, he's really underpriced on FanDuel at 6.9K. 6.4K on DraftKings is a pretty good price as well. Hey, appreciate it, Corey. What's going on, Adam? Yeah, Miritich dropping in price is kind of weird. It really doesn't make much sense at all. I'm really curious to what goes on with this Giannis situation. I wonder if we'll get news before, because I'm not sure if we will. But obviously that would open things up for like Bledsoe or Middleton, Miritich. Malcolm Brogdon doesn't really change much, but he's a good play nonetheless on the slate. It just sucks that he's around that same price range as Rondo and Elfrid Payton, who I think are far superior plays. Yo, what's going on, Dwayne? You knew I'd come. Yeah, of course, man. Yo, tomorrow maybe I'll bring the I'll bring that Sports Center look. Maybe get a microphone. That'd be funny. People still fading Giannis or what? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be faded today, just because he is probable, just like he was last game, and then people are going to be scared off. I mean, I'm no different. I'm pretty scared of his minutes being seriously monitored, because no team is really that safe with their superstar like the Bucks are. He's all like in blowouts. He's always the first guy to get benched, play 24, 25 minutes in blowouts because they kind of preemptively take him out. And so if he's even slightly injured and it could have long-term effects, they're really going to be monitoring his minutes, which makes me want to side with a guy like LeBron James in cash at least. Giannis is perfectly fine in GBPs. Don't mind that at all. Yeah, it sounds like he'll play more tonight. Yeah, I mean, the more I look into it, I think that he could. Definitely a possibility. But in cash games, I still think LeBron is probably the safer play. Because coming out of the All-Star break, I mean, he's just scored over 60 fantasy points a game, which is pretty it's telling of the desperation of them trying to make the playoffs. Thoughts on Trey tonight? Yeah, I mean, I love Trey. The only thing with Trey tonight is that he's in that same price range as Drew Holiday and Devin Booker, and I really want to target both of those games. But Trey Young obviously is a good play. Chicago actually over the past couple of weeks has been in the top half of defense, contrary to their rest of season numbers where they've been pretty awful. But yeah, I think Trey Young's a great play. I mean, he's getting all the minutes now that Jeremy Lin's gone. Otto Porter must play. Yeah, Otto's a great play. 6.3K on. I think he's a bit pricey. I think he's priced appropriately on FanDuel, but on DraftKings at 6.3K, it's hard for me not to like him against Atlanta, second fastest team in the entire league, and is playing big minutes whenever he starts. last game. I think his minutes kind of came down, mostly due to him coming off that injury that he suffered a couple games previous. But he should return to his 36, 37, 38 minutes a game. Hey, appreciate it, Robert. Trey's the most consistent play at point guard. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm going to bring up his numbers actually over the past – let's do the past 4 weeks because they have been pretty crazy, and especially if Collins is off the court. Because if you take Collins off the court, Trae Young has a 29.6% usage rating, averaging 1.13 fantasy points per minute. But actually, you got to change the dates here just because a lot of those times he was playing alongside Jeremy Lin. And with Lin gone, he gets more of the ball handling duties, and he's a lot better player. Yeah. Over the past 4 weeks with John Collins off the court, it's 82-minute sample size, averages 1.39 fantasy points per minute, 31.2% usage rate, which is pretty crazy. And then obviously if Collins is out, you're going to want to play a guy like Amari Spellman. Because I doubt I guess they could try to play Dedmon at the 4 some and just go extra big with Dedmon and Alex Lynn, but that would be kind of tough. But it wouldn't be the worst idea considering they're playing the Bulls and they have Larry Markkinen and Robin Lopez out there for 30-plus minutes every single game. But Dedmon trying to follow Larry Markkinen to the 3 would be rough to see. Cauley-Stein, a lock? Yeah, for sure, man. It's just like, we've been targeting the Clippers all year with bigs, and now Montrezl Harrell is probably going to get the majority of the minutes, so Willie Cauley-Stein's a lot bigger than Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell, more of a hustle player. So, yeah, I like Willie Cauley-Stein a lot. I think he's a lock on both sides. Even on FanDuel where you can only have one center, I still like him. Thoughts on Rondo and Elfrid Payton tonight? Yeah, I think Elfrid Payton is a lock. In the 9 games since Anthony Davis has returned from that injury trade situation where he was just sitting, he's been averaging 1.1 fantasy points per minute. Randall's been averaging 1.39, and Drew Holiday's been averaging 1.33 fantasy points per minute. But, you're going to want to get guys against this Phoenix defense who's just awful. And if Anthony Davis continues to play these limited 3-quarter stints and then not even playing in the 4th quarter, you're going to want to be all over those 3 guys. And I'm fine with having all 3 in cash. And Drew Holiday being such a good play is one of the reasons why I'll be underweight on Trae Young, even though I think Trae Young is an amazing play. I like both of them a lot. Do this next show topless? Maybe, man. I'm not opposed to anything. What do you think about Giannis? Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. I'm still deciding if it's what I think I would just side with LeBron in cash games. I'm kind of scared of Giannis being somewhat limited. Even if you cut 3 or 4 minutes off of his minutes, it's still going to be quite a big hit compared to LeBron. No, I get it with Harrell. Like, I've been the biggest Harrell fan all year because if you guys have been with Locks since the beginning, we were playing Harrell when he was like 4K, 4 to 5K playing him. Because I remember one of the first times we played him, he was like 4.3K and he scored like 50 fantasy points. And I want to say, I wanted to say it was against the Kings. It might have been against the Hawks, actually. I think it was against the Hawks. But yeah, I've been on Montrezl all year. Yeah, guys, if you guys enjoy these, please drop a like. Try to get as many questions as I possibly can in these 30 minutes. Going to be going live for the members 30 minutes before lock. Harry Giles, is that a good pick? Yeah, I don't mind him at 3.1K on DraftKings. On FanDuel, I think he's kind of priced out at 4.8, 4.9K. One of the two. Actually, that's bothering me now. He's 4.8K. I think he's kind of priced out right there. I think what the most likely situation is going to happen with Bagley out of the situation, Bielitsa might come back in the rotation, and then they're just going to continue to have Bogdanovich in that starting lineup. And facing a Clippers team who just play a plethora of guards out there, it's constantly going to be Fox, Bogdanovich, and Hield out there. And I'm assuming it's going to be next to Harrison Barnes and Willie Cauley-Stein for the majority of the game. And, they're still trying to make the playoffs, so they're going to get these young guys going right now. I think Giles will pick up the backup center minutes and some backup 4 minutes. I bet he plays 22, 24. But that's plenty good, and that's good. Well, and it's good enough for Harry Giles, considering he's 3.1K, averaging 1.1 fantasy points per minute with Bagley off the court. So I don't mind Giles at all. I think he's one of the better value plays on DraftKings. Trae Young or Kemba? I'll take Trae. 80 to 6,800. I'm not playing him, but wow, yeah, it's crazy. If they drop it, because it's pretty much the situation with DeMarcus Cousins earlier in the year, except to an inflated case when he was limited to, I believe it was 25 minutes. You could play him at like the mid 6K range, and he would be fine. So in a good matchup, like it is today against the Phoenix Suns, I could see him averaging like 1.8 fantasy points per minute. But even if he averages 1.8 fantasy points per minute, he's getting just south of 40 fantasy points, which, I mean, it's fine. It's fine for 6.8K, but I'd like the price to drop a bit more to like 6.3, 6.4 before I start considering Anthony Davis. Thoughts on marketing? I mean, I don't mind him. I hate that everyone's healthy again. So it kind of takes away from him, but he's pretty much matchup proof. But his price has just come up, I think, way too much. I don't mind him, I guess. I would just way rather pay down a little and get a guy like Julius Randle, who is a better fantasy point per minute player in a better matchup. Presumably, it's about the same. Giles, Bogdan, and Hield, yeah, all amazing plays. Like all of the starters outside of Harrison Barnes, which I don't even think Harrison Barnes is that bad of a play, is viable in cash games. I love Buddy Hield today. Buddy Hield is one of my favorite plays on the day, alongside Bogdanovich. Lou Will is a GPP pick, not cash game in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Done at 5.5K. Yeah, his price has been dropping. Oh, Pau Gasol to sign with the Bucks. That's interesting. How much are they even gonna play him? I'm trying to think because they broke Lopez, and then when things get intense at the end of the game, most of the time it's gonna be Mirotic at the 5. He's probably not gonna get that much of a run. But yeah, it's a weird pickup. What do you think of Bledsoe against the Lakers? Yeah, I think Bledsoe is a great play, especially on a site like FanDuel where there's no late swap, and he's 7.2K, which is pretty cheap for him. I think there's value there regardless. He's had a couple of really weird games. 3 of his past 5 games have been really, really poor. One of them being without Giannis, but if Giannis ends up being monitored, his minutes end up being monitored and limited, like they were last game, you get Bledsoe really low owned. I know a lot of our members had him on last time this situation happened. Bledsoe and Rondo would be a sweet fight. Yeah, I want to say Bledsoe. Bledsoe's a dog, but so is Rondo. That'd be a close fight. Would you play Hield and Bogdan together? Yeah, for sure. But 2 more Lamb tonight. I'll take Lamb. Bro, 318 on DK from your help. Thanks as always. Yeah, no problem. It's a good score. Booker or Drew? Yeah, I'll take Drew. I feel safer with Drew. I think Booker's a better GPP play. I think he has more upside just because Anthony Davis is still there. But I think Devin Booker's a great play today. He's just been so poor this year. And he's been given so many opportunities to play well and perform well fantasy-wise, and he's kind of shit the bed. Yeah, Dirtbag Taylor. Tomorrow I'm coming with Sports Center Taylor. Who's your top payer for GPP? It's probably going to be LeBron. I mean, on DraftKings, since it's the last game, you can just wait and make sure you have that extra 200, or just plug in Giannis, eat the 200, and if they still say that he's going to be monitored, just switch to LeBron James. You could do that. I mean, guys, I truly didn't take offense to it at all. I just thought it was funny because he went from complimenting to saying that. And then after I posted that, then he said, "Oh, I didn't mean any ill intent with that." I'm like, "Oh, it was just funny." Favorite small forward play on FanDuel besides LeBron and Giannis? Yeah, it's rough. I like Otto Porter quite a bit. 7.2K. I think he's priced appropriately. I don't think there's very much wiggle room there. But I think at 7.2K, I think he can still get there. Patrick Beverly on FanDuel. Yeah, I mean, they've been all over the place with their minutes, with their guards. If he continues to get these 30-plus minutes in a pace-up game against Sacramento Kings, he's one of the better plays on the slate, but we just don't – I just can't say with confidence that he's going to continue to get those minutes. I kind of like Alfred Payton for 500 more. And then I like Rondo for 5,500. But I wish we knew if Rondo was going to start or not. Against the Milwaukee team, I see the Lakers just have this willingness to play Kyle Kuzma at center, even against traditional centers. Because last time they started Kuzma against Anthony Davis and Julius Randle and Jahlil Okafor, who are much bigger than him. So they don't really care about that. So I'm assuming that they're going to keep rolling with this lineup because they perform a lot better with Kuzma at the 5 and then Rondo playing point. Oh, Rondo's starting. When did that come out? Oh, 2 hours ago. I missed that update. My bad, guys. But yeah, okay. So yeah, Rondo's probably one of the best plays on the slate. Harrell or Porter? I like Harrell more. Porter's slightly behind, but I like both quite a bit. Center, yeah, center today, it's pretty much just the Willie Cauley-Stein show. I like Harry Giles for a bit cheaper over on DraftKings. I'm trying to bring up my locks sheet. Flamer Bogdan easily. Levine, I don't like Levine when he's in the 7Ks. They brought up his price quite a bit just because of that one game that Dunn and Otto Porter were out, and they really haven't moved his price much. I don't like him that much. Last time I played Brolo, I cringed the whole fucking game. Yeah, I mean, on this Bucks team, anyone can really disappear at any point, just because there are so many good players on that team, and he's going to be like the last option, maybe outside of Malcolm Brogdon. But I guess I don't mind him. If he can get those 30-plus minutes, I don't mind him at all. But I fear that with Kuzma continuing to start – let me look at this again. That starting lineup they had out. Yeah, starting Kuzma at the 5 again. So, yeah, with doing that, I fear that they start they're going to have Giannis down low or Mirotic, and so Brolo's minutes could get cut a bit. James Harden sneaky play last night. I mean, if you got it, I mean, props to you. But it's just like a tough matchup against the Miami Heat. Chris Paul and Clint Capella are back, so his assist and rebound rates were way down. If you told me he was going to shoot 32 times, yeah, I would take him over Westbrook every time. But yeah, it is what it is. Congrats if you guys had him though. 95 fantasy points. That's crazy. I can't do WCS. What about Kevin Huerter tonight? Yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about around the industry about him. I think he's going to be fairly popular, 3.5K on DraftKings, shooting guard small forward eligible. His minutes are starting to trend back up. Obviously, it's an enticing game to have a piece of. I don't mind him. Point per dollar, him versus Giles is really close for me. But if you need like a cheap shooting guard or small forward, I don't mind Huerter at all. Where can I get the fastest and most accurate NBA news? Yo, I would go on Twitter and follow Fantasy Labs NBA. Put your notifications on. With John Collins sick, you like Spellman as a value? Yeah, I do. Better chance for Kemba or Trey to go for 50. I kind of side with Trey tonight, just given the recent production and what he's been doing. It's tough though. That's a tough 1v1. Yeah, Fantasy Labs is a real MVP with that news. Rondo or Peyton? Yeah, it's close for me now. I was all over Peyton, but now that Rondo's getting the start again, it's got to be Rondo because I think they're really trying to win right now, and they're just gonna run their starters into the ground. And with Kuzma starting at the 5, that makes him a great play as well now, just like yesterday. And Rondo played 38 minutes when he got that spot start. So if he's going to continue to be in this lineup, they're still trying to win these games. I expect him to play 36 to 38 minutes. Yeah, I like Rondo quite a bit. I think I like him more than Alfred to answer your question. Everyone's on him. I'm trying to pivot. Yeah, if you want to pivot, you can go to like Alfred Payton. I like both Rondo and Payton. Yeah, they're both amazing plays. Will Drew play 38 minutes? I don't know. It's so weird when they announced that Anthony Davis was going to start playing with them again. They said that him and Drew Holiday's minutes were going to get cut, but that hasn't been the case for Drew Holiday. So if they keep playing Drew and Julius Randle this much, hard for me not to like them quite a bit. Markkanen or Randle? I mean, in a vacuum, Markkanen, but I like the savings on Randle. Any interest in Ingram? Yeah, I don't mind them. Yeah, like I said, I mean, they're really running their starters into the ground right now. And with like Rondo, Kuzma, Ingram, LeBron should play pretty heavy minutes. Rondo and Bledsoe, both former Kentucky guys also, yeah. Hield or Levine? I'll take Hield there. I love Hield today. I love the Kings. Trae Young, Bledsoe, or Peyton? Well, it depends. I mean, point per dollar, probably Peyton, then Trae Young, then Bledsoe. Porter versus Oubre. Porter, yeah, I like Porter more. What do you think about Harold? Yeah, Harold's one of my favorite plays on this slate. What happened to the DFS bankroll videos? Yeah, we're kind of waiting until so yeah. Trying to get our new website up. Taking a bit longer than expected. It's running behind a bit, but hopefully after this weekend it'll be back. And then once that's back, then the videos will return. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Yeah, Fantasy Lab says Rondo starting. Yeah, him starting and Kuzma at the 5. I like quite a bit. Harold gonna beast on Giles. Yeah, Harold's gonna destroy them. Randall or Markkanen. I don't know how to spell his name. Yeah, in a vacuum, I like Markkanen. Randall, I like point per dollar quite a bit. Middleton, Ingram, or Horford. I'm going to take Middleton there. Lab seems to have it up at 2 p.m. Yeah, it was up quite a while ago. Do you trust Booker? I mean, yeah. I mean, they're really tanking this season. So I don't think that they would have let him play if he wasn't fully healthy. And the fact that he's fully healthy, I think they give him full run, even though they are tanking. So I like Devin Booker quite a bit tonight. I like that game. Who does the MLB videos? I mean, we just started YouTube like midway through the NFL season, so we haven't done MLB videos yet. Not sure. I think we're going to kind of rotate between myself, Addy, and Christian. Anyone you paying up for, LeBron or Giannis? Yeah, so since it at least on FanDuel, I would just not risk it and play LeBron. But on DraftKings, at least, I think I'm going to go with Giannis for 200 more. And then if they give him a full go, then I like Giannis more. But if they say that they're going to monitor his minutes, I just take the $200 hit and go to LeBron. Can you take down a tournament with LeBron or Giannis today? Yeah, I think so. I'm curious to see how high owned those guys are tonight because much of the real value is in that 5 to 7K range, 5 to 8K range. So I can see a lot of people going more balanced with guys like Trae Young, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, as opposed to going up to like LeBron and Giannis. Big game overall to stack price-wise. Yeah, it's probably the Kings and Clippers. All the Kings are priced really well, and then you can bring it back with a guy like Montrezl Harrell. And then GPP, you can bring it back with Lou Williams as well. Horder or Bullock value shooting guy. I'm going to go with Horder there. Bro, you're the realist. Love this guy here. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. How you say your name? Verlis Martin. Cool name. What do you predict for Jeff Green versus Boston? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict that front court for Washington now. Pretty full with players now. I don't like predicting it. I mean, Jabari Parker slowly getting more run. I don't really trust Jeff Green, and it's not a good matchup whatsoever. Out of all the games on the slate, I'm probably going to be avoiding that. If I did play one player in that game, though, it would be Kyrie. I don't think he's a bad tournament play at all. What if you fade LeBron and Giannis and win? Yeah, I think you could, just because there's so many good plays, good value plays, and mid-range plays. Hey, appreciate it, Game Theory. Who do you think goes off tonight? My guy, Bogdanovich, man. And the real MVP of this year. Harrell or Middleton? I like Harrell. 5.4K utility on DK. Let me take a look, man. Yeah, Bogdanovich for sure. Thoughts on both Lopez's? Yeah, so I talked about it a bit earlier with Kyle Kuzma starting at the 5 against the Bucks. I fear that Brook Lopez minutes could get cut in favor of Mirotic, or they just run Giannis against Kuzma. But I don't mind Robin Lopez at all. Especially against Atlanta, where they're going to have to run Dedmon and Alex Lynn out there. They're going to need an actual big like Robin Lopez, and he's just been playing so many minutes, and he's still 4.9K. It's a really good price. Bogdan or Fox? I'll take the savings on Bogdan. Favorite ceiling fan speed? High as fuck, yeah. Where it's just like scary and you feel like it's going to fall off. If Collins is out, is Dedmon a must play? Yeah, I'm going to look more into the minutes after this, and then I'm going to talk about it in the private live stream. But I'm curious to see how much they even play Dedmon at the 4 because it can't be that much. And like I said, they could go just 2 bigs against Chicago with Larry Markkinen and Robin Lopez, but just him Dedmon following Larry Markkinen to the 3-point line is going to be a real sad thing to watch. Bogdan mega chalk though? Yeah, he's going to be chalk. At least the smoke alarm isn't going off. The other day it was going off, and then it just stopped. I wonder if it's just like all the way dead. It can't even beep anymore. How about Trae Young, a lock or no? I mean, I like Trae Young quite a bit. It's pretty close projection between him and Drew Holiday. I slightly prefer Drew, but I like him quite a bit. Yeah, see, that's the thing. They could just play Prince at the 4. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Prince or Vince. That was so funny. How long? That was going on for like a week. The fire alarm, if you guys remember that. That was at the beginning of football season. It was at the beginning of the NBA season. That was funny. Thoughts on full king stack? Yeah, I don't mind it. But if you're going to play a bunch of kings, you might as well bring it back with the Clippers because you're going to live or die on this game. So you might as well bring it back with guys like Montrezl Harrell or Lou Williams. Who's a pump play of the day? It's going to be Harry Giles, for me at least. Going to be somewhat popular, but I like him quite a bit. Well, you live in an apartment? how could you hear it? I live in an apartment too, so I can't hear I can't hear my neighbor. Kuz or Harrell, yeah, that's close. I'm gonna side with Harrell. It is really close though, because Kuzma's certainly gonna get more minutes, but Harrell is quite a bit better fantasy producer. Spellman, yeah, Spellman's a great play if John Collins is out. We'll see though. I'm kind of skeptical if he is, but popping up for an illness like that. Stud is LeBron. I mean, it's LeBron or Giannis. You just got to figure out how confident you are in Giannis being a full go today. Jesus. I wonder what Addy would have to say about that. Any love for Bembry then? Yo, that's so funny that I'm pretty sure Bembry is minimum price on DraftKings. It's funny. I don't know if any of you guys missed that. Yeah, Bembry is shooting guard, small forward, eligible, playing the backup point guard position for Trae Young, but Trae Young's playing a ton of minutes right now, so he doesn't get that much run at point. But yeah, minimum price for DeAndre Bembry is pretty enticing. Can I ask why you are so high on Harrell? They've played 3 times previously this year, and he's absolutely torched them. And it's just you want to get Harrell in these fast-paced games, just to utilize his athleticism and his hustle. And so for 6.4K, where he earlier in the year in a situation like this, he would have been like 7.5K. So without Tobias is gone now. So brings more usage to him. It's just hard for him not to pay that off. I miss you for Greek Freak. Yeah, I'm still deciding on it. I'm waiting for more news to come out. It looks like he's going to play more than he did yesterday, but if he's only going to play 32, I'm going to like LeBron a lot more. And I think LeBron is an amazing play today regardless. So I don't think there's really much need to risk Giannis being limited because I don't think he's that much better of a play if he's a full go. Does Willie Cauley-Stein have enough cash turning upside on FanDuel? Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. I'm expecting him to play like 32 minutes. And he's been averaging 1.1 fantasy points per minute with Bagley off the court this year. I think he'll be fine. And the Clippers are just all year they've been one of the worst teams in the league versus bigs in terms of rebounding, offensive rebounds, putbacks. They're a really bad team in the interior. Last time I got thrown out of the casino as a sports bear, I completely misunderstood the crowd table. I've never been kicked out of a casino. You like Marvin Williams as a cheap forward play? Yeah, he's on the lock sheet. He's one of the better value plays on the slate. Don't know why he's that cheap. Doesn't really make any sense. Since he's come back, he's playing like 32, 33, 34, 35 minutes. He's playing a lot of minutes. And for that price, in that matchup against Brooklyn, who, like the Clippers, one of the worst teams in terms of giving up offensive rebounds, putbacks, I like Marvin Williams quite a bit. Yo, guys, if you guys enjoy these live streams, you want me to keep doing these Monday through Friday. I'm not going to see you until Monday. Be sure to drop a like. Appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Beverly worth the look. Yeah, 4.9. Really both sides, but 4.9K on DraftKings is really enticing. If you think his minutes continue, it's an amazing matchup for him. And it's a good way to pivot off of guys like Rondo and Elfrid Payton, who are going to be really, really chalky. So I think Beverly is a great GPP play. Could you rank Kemba, Kyrie, Drew? Yeah, I'll go point per dollar, Drew, Kyrie, then Kemba. Russell went off for 40 against the same Charlotte team last week. Yeah. Spencer Dinwiddie's returning now. I think that cuts into his minutes, but they still are fighting for this playoff spot. And Russell's been their best player all year. So it's going to take away some of his ball handling duties, some usage, because I assume they play next to each other some. I'm not sure how many minutes Dinwiddie's going to play, but I think Russell's fine for GPPs. He does have the upside. Like you said, he played great against the same Charlotte team just a week ago. I don't mind him at all. Who would you fade between Harold, Kuz, Hield, and Bogdan? Probably Kuzma. Yeah, Bev is the pivot. Bev is definitely the pivot to Rondo and Alfred Payton, who's just gonna be crazy high on. SGA is cheap. He will be 1% on. Yeah, if 1% on. If the slate was a bit bigger, if there was like 2 or 3 more games, he would be like sub 1%. Do you like Bradley Beal tournament? I think he's extremely low owned. Could win a tourney. Yeah, I don't mind him. It's a tough matchup against Boston. Boston is historically pretty bad against ball dominant guards. I mean, I hate saying that I like every single play, but there's a lot of good plays. And when I talk about a play a lot, and that means I like him more than guys like Bradley Beal, but Bradley Beal's fine. Peyton or Beverly, and Cassian might take Peyton all day. Beverly's worth a GBP look, though, if you're trying to pivot. Otto Porter, yeah. I mean, Otto Porter is a great play today. Game theory in this bitch. Hey, appreciate it, Peter. I think I'm getting sick, dude. But yeah, even to go past that, I think on the weekend I'm going to continue to put out the locks and sleepers videos. But the live stream, the public live stream, I'm just going to keep Monday through Friday. But the private live stream for the members is going to remain the same 7 days a week. Kuz or Otto? Yeah, that's close. I'll take Otto there. Never trust the friends. Yeah, Batum's not that bad of a play, but yeah, the price raised to 5.2K. I don't like that much, but when he's playing these massive minutes, it's hard for me not to like him. He is playing better than he was earlier in the year. Batum's been balling. Yeah, he has for sure, man. Giles, Bielitsa are hard. I'll take Giles there. Kind of eat the chalk. I think Bielitsa is a really sneaky play, though. I think he could get back into the rotation, but the old guys, Bielitsa and Kuzakufas kind of got kicked to the curb, kicked to the bench in favor of the young guys. I wouldn't be surprised if Bielitsa got in. I won a lot listening to you this week. Thankful. Yeah, hope you guys continue to do well. That's what I'm here for. If Collins is out, Spellman a lock. I don't think he's a lock, but he is a great play. Who benefits most with Bagley out? I think Bogdanovich probably benefits the most just because they were going back and forth between Bogdanovich or Bagley starting in that starting lineup. If you want to talk about this game specifically, playing a Clippers team who just have a plethora of guards out there at all times. So they're going to go small. Going to be a lot of Bogdanovich, a lot of Harrison Barnes at the 4 instead of Bagley. And Giles will play some forward as well. And then Willie Cauley-Stein probably gets the next biggest bump. Going to play a lot at the 5. Bigger FanDuel chalk elf of Rondo. Rondo's going to be chalkier on FanDuel. Rondo's probably going to be like the chalkiest play on the slate coming off of that last game. Is Zeller worth a look or no? I hate that his price has come up so much, but it's just a dream matchup against the Brooklyn Nets. He's definitely worth a look. I don't mind him. Is 3 Kings too many? No way. Lou Will or Hield? I like Hield. I like Hield quite a bit. His minutes are pretty secure. He has the highest usage rate on the team with Bagley off the court. 3 Kings is smart. Yeah, I mean, 3 Kings. If you have 3 Kings, you're probably matching the field. Because I think everyone's going to have Willie Cauley-Stein. Everyone's going to have Bogdanovic. I don't know. Majority of people might just have those two guys, and then some people are going to have Heald. Some people are going to have Giles. I think Kyrie blows up tonight. I mean, if the game stays competitive, they've shown that he can play 38, 40 minutes a game in a fast-paced matchup against the Wizards. Yeah, it's a pretty good spot for him. Trey and Rondo or Bledsoe and Peyton. I'm going to go Trey and Rondo pretty easily. Robin Lopez or Willie Cauley-Stein at center. All right, guys. I was only planning on doing 30 minutes. Went 10 minutes over, 11 minutes over. But if you guys enjoy these streams, please drop a like. Please subscribe if you haven't. It helps us out more than you can imagine. Appreciate you guys viewing. Cool that you guys continue to come back. All right, guys. Best of luck today. Hope you guys do well. Let me know how you guys do. And until next time, peace.